Hello, Angie Gerber here, and welcome to my podcast, Awareness. Once you know, you can't unknow. A place you can come to start thinking and shifting your thoughts to finally create the results you truly, truly desire. It'll shift your mindset and give you strategies to get out there and get it done. Let's get started. All right, we are here. We are at the halfway point. And regardless of when you're listening to this, it might not be the end of June, but know that you are probably at a halfway point with something in your life. And for today, I'm going to focus on mid-year. We are just about wrapped up with June. First 2 quarters are gone. Next 2 are ahead of us. You're halfway through the year. How are you feeling? How did the first 6 months go? Do you feel like you killed it, fulfilled, you're ready to achieve even more? You've got what you want. You went after it. You were inspired. You took action from an inspired place. You leaned into your higher faculties versus your 5 senses. You're excited. Every day is day one, not just another day. Or are you like I was for many, many years, and many people are until I get my hands on them and get the awareness around all of this? Are you sad or deflated or right back to where you usually end? When you get really excited about something, it only lasts for so long. And then you find your old habitual behaviors and habits and paradigms creep right back in. And they will. They will continue to do that over and over and over again until you take control. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. You need to go in and do the work. I can promise you that. And what would it feel like? What would it feel like to have been done with the goal, met it, on your way? Think about what that feels like. I know I had to get to a place where I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I had had enough. It got bad enough for me, and I really had no way to go but up. And you don't have to get to that point, but does this keep happening to you year after year after year? You get going on something, you have a great start, and then you just are deflated. Know that truly you are not alone. We are always going in a direction. You are either moving forward and growing or moving backwards and dying. So we are meant for expansion. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And so many people have that backwards. And we are meant for expansion. We are meant to hit our goal and then want more, and hit another goal and then want more. That's where so many people have these money paradigms, because we were told you should be happy. You should be happy with what you got. Money only brings problems. More money, more problems. People that have money hurt other people to get there, or ripped you off, or, all the stuff that you hear and see and grew up around. And it's just truly the opposite of what you want to think and how you want to think. You want to look around and bless the people with abundance and just be like, wow, that's a nice car. That's a great house. That's an amazing experience they had. And instead of feeling, jealousy or remorse or just that envy, you want to be happy for them and open up the energy and open up the space to invite that into your life. Because if you're poo-pooing it, then you're just pushing it all away. All the greatness and all that's out there for you, the taking, it's yours to take. You just have to go and get it. So going into this next quarter, what are your strategies going to be? What is your mindset? What are you going to do to become more aware? What books are you going to read? What podcasts are you going to listen to? What mentors or coaches are you going to hire? What are you going to do to get from where you are to where you want to go and where you want to be and what your goals are. What if you woke up tomorrow and just focused on tomorrow and say, it's just today. If you just had today, what are you going to do to make today great? And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to play that game. I only have today. What would you do if it was your last day? But seriously, I don't tell you to put the blinders on very often, but just take it day by day and make the day the best day, or even pick an hour or 15 minutes and just go all in and just attack it as if it was the last day. And then think about it. Think about going into this next 6 months and go to December 31st and say and feel as if your goal is already done. So I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm finally earning ... or I've got the ... house, car, experience, job, relationship, whatever it is, that's your goal that you want. You just don't know exactly how you can get it. And write it out. Write it out on a piece of paper as if it's here and done. I am so happy and grateful now that I am, and fill in what your goal is and connect to it. Every day, rewrite your goal and feel it on December 31st or sooner. What would it feel like an hour after you've achieved your goal? And connect to that. Connect to that as many times as you can throughout the day. My coach has me doing it morning and night and 3 alarms during the day where I stop whatever I am doing and I write my goal out. I say it out loud for 2 minutes. That's called auto-suggestion. And I shut my eyes and I use my imagination, one of my higher faculties, and connect to it as if it's here and done. And feel it, really, really feel it. You can't just do this stuff to check a box saying, yep, I did that, did that. No, you need to stop and feel it as if. That's what our imagination's for, to put you in places that you can't go with just your mind, with just your brain, with your thinking brain, with where you collect knowledge. You need to go to your subconscious, not your conscious mind, and really play there. And do it every day. Do it as many times as you can a day. And think about the discipline. What do you need to change? Look back on the last 6 months. Look where you slipped. Look where you had intentions and they went by the wayside and you let the old programming and behaviors sneak back in. Let it go. I'm not saying go and beat yourself up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying use it as feedback and awareness, and now hit the reset button. You can't go back and change it. So might as well not go back and make yourself feel bad about it. What you can do is you can move from here and forward. So moving here and forward today, right now, as you're listening to this, what are you going to commit to? What discipline are you going to commit to? Pick one. You're going to get up a half hour earlier. You're going to get up 10 minutes earlier so that you can do gratitude, so that you can do auto-suggestion, so that you can start a morning routine so you set the tone for the day. Or is it going to be a habit maybe that you're going to change? Or is it going to be a trigger that you're going to watch a little bit closer? Whatever it is, make a decision of what it's going to be and start with 1, maybe 2, but do not move on and add more until you get 1 or 2 down and they become a habitual behavior. And it's part of you. It's ingrained in you. It's part of your DNA now. Then you can move on and add another, but start with 1 or 2 and create those disciplines and decide that every day you're going to wake up and it's going to be day 1. And what does that person, who you are on December 31st or before, where you've met your goal or exceeded it. What does that feel like? What does that person from who you are then, what type of decisions do they make? What does their morning look like? What do they say yes to? What do they say no to? How do they show up? And act like that today, regardless of the outside, regardless of your current results. Detach from your current results if they are not what you want. Trust me on this, detach. And come at it as if it's already here and done, and feel into it and feel into that energy. And really, really sit and think and ask yourself, what would that person do? What does my future self do that's met that goal? How do I show up? How do I wake up? What time do I wake up? What do I put in my body? What am I fueling myself with? How do I talk to my kids? How is my relationship with my spouse, with my coworkers? How am I prospecting for my business? Am I letting what people think about me control how I show up? Or am I going all in and I'm going after it? And I'm not playing small. You know, if you're playing not to lose and you're playing small, you're already lost. You're already done. You choose to stay safe and play small, that's where you're going to stay. Because you will never outperform your self-image. Never. So go after what you want. It's yours for the taking. You just have to make the choice. And then follow it up with decision, which is your choice. Get the disciplines. Set the standard. Work on your self-image, getting better, 1% better every day. And your attitude, again, you can control your attitude and your thoughts. So take control. Take control of what you're letting in, who you're talking to, what conversations you're having. And if you're around people that are negative or that are not in the energy that you need them to be in, just cancel it out. Just say, yep, not today. I'm going over here, or I'm thinking over here, or I'm going to do this. That's interesting, but stay neutral. Just neutralize everything. Be neutral, and then go up to the frequency and vibration that you need to be on in order to meet your goal. And live from there. Live from there as much as you can. Think and feel and act as the person who's already achieved the goal. You've achieved it. It's an hour after. And really find the right people to surround yourself with. Listen to, ask for help, hire a coach, but just don't play small. And watch your thoughts. Be really aware of your thoughts. Most people don't even think. They think, but they're not thinking at all, because if they were, they wouldn't say most of the stuff they're saying. I mean, if you sit back and actually become aware and look and listen, some of the things you hear and some of the things people are doing, where is that coming from? It's coming from their paradigms. It's coming from their habitual behavior. It's coming because they just do that because that's always what they do. That's the environment they grew up in. That's how they just figure it's done and what they can do. There's nothing better. There's nothing different. What else is there out there? Because they don't stop. They don't stop to become aware and think about it and realize that if you are stuck and going back to your old behavior and not meeting your goals, it's because nothing changes. If nothing changes, you have to go in and do the work. I was there for year after year after year until I found this information. And my coach told me, he said, do what I tell you to do until you either find out I'm lying or I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm still here because it changes everything. And if you finally want to meet your goals, if you finally want to break out of this habitual behaviors and habits and year after year after year of the same thing, maybe a little improvement, but not what you really want, not what you're here and meant to have, it's yours. It's yours for the taking. It's a process. It's the laws of the universe. Again, not man-made, can't be altered by man. So you can plug and play, or you can continue to do it your way. Maybe your way is working, and if it is, that is fantastic. But 90 to 95% of the population, I know their way is not working. So if you're one of those and I can help in any way, I'm telling you, if one person can do it, anyone can do it. If I can do it, you most definitely can do it. And there are people, books, podcasts, there are ways and places for you to go to get this information. And if you want to fast track it, and if you want to start quantum leaping and really getting this done in the next 6 months and have that goal achieved by December 31st or more or before, look me up. I'm here. I'm happy to help. This is my passion. This is what I intend to do from now until the day I leave this earth, because it makes a huge difference, a huge impact, and everyone should have this information. Go and get it. Get your goal. Get what is rightfully yours, because if you've made a decision and you've set your goal, it is already done. It is already out there. All you have to do is connect to it through your imagination, using your will, intuition, memory, reason, perception. Drop the 5 senses. They're not going to help you. You will not get to where you need to be and where you want to be by using those 5 senses. You got to tap in your higher faculties, which we just went over all those in the just recent podcasts. Go back and re-listen to them. Repetition. I listen to every week my coaching. For my coach, I listen to each session a minimum of 5 times, and I'll go back and rewatch them. That was Bob Proctor's main thing: repetition, 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 because you will never hear it the same, because you will always be different. Every day we're different, especially if you're doing the 1% better every day. You could listen to the same thing a month later, a week later, and you will hear things you didn't even hear the first time. I'm still listening to the same thing I listened to 6-7 years ago, and I'm hearing things I didn't hear back then. My mentors, I've been doing this 15 years. Same thing. Keep listening to the same thing. Keep reading the same book. It's a different experience every single time, and it is beautiful. Thanks for spending some time with me today. And if you like what you heard, feel free to share, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever it is you do. I'd love to get this out to as many people as possible, because it truly all does start with awareness. Once you know, you cannot unknow, and it changes everything. And of course, if I can help in any way, I'm here and happy to do so. Until next time, make it a good one.